Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penn State Wilkes-Barre's presentation for IST. We are really excited that you're here with us, and thank you for being so flexible and, again, signing up for this session. Before we start with the presentation, I just have some housekeeping to go over. So first things, my name is Brian Close. I work in the admissions office. We do also have Leslie on here, who is in the admissions office as well. And we can answer any questions that you might have. So something to keep in mind is this whole week we are hosting academic breakout sessions. Check on our website to sign up for all of those, but we will be offering many different programs. Also, if you have not done so already, please respond to your offer of admissions. Basically just log right into your My Penn State account, and you can pay your deposit right then and there. And then usually the deadline is May 1st, but since everything's happening right now with COVID-19, we are extending it till June 1st. If you need the extension, please just let us know and we can work with you on that. Also, if you do need off-campus housing, you definitely want to reach out to the houses that are in the area as well as the Nittany Commons. The website is posted right here along with their phone number and website again. So definitely check that out if you are interested. And then again, if you do have any questions, please give us a call. Myself and Leslie are both working from home, so we're always looking to talk to our students and help them with any questions that they might have. All right, so with that being said, Frauke, I'm gonna head over for you. You can take over now. Share your screen if you want. And yeah.
Okay, Brian, before I'm going to ask you, I know the first name one is Ethan and the other one is Kay Reese. What's his first name or her first name?
We do not have it on our end.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So there are two students, as I noticed.
Yes, we have two students.
Okay, I will speak with them. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, I'm so glad that you both are here, and I hope maybe somebody will jump in eventually. This is in a very, very exciting time to get into IST, especially with all of security issues are coming in. So what I'm going to do to you is introduce to you what the IST program is about. And among another thing that I would like to talk about is the SRA that goes well together, but I'm going to start from the beginning. So I will share my screen, and I will take my presentation here. And please stop me whenever you have questions. All right. And so let me do this here. Okay. So I just want to, you can see here my title, Accepted Student Reception. I wish I could see you face to face in person, but that's not going to happen for a while. So I'm going to speak with you about the IST major. I'm so happy that you're going into that major. As I mentioned to you, this is a very, very important time to be knowledgeable about IST, about IT actually, and security issues. And that's why I want to touch a little bit about a minor that's called SRA, and I will give you the acronyms in a second. So let me go to the next slide, and I just put that in because I just would like to introduce to you that my name is Frauke de Kiet, and I put at the below that the pronunciation Frauke de Kiet, and please feel free to call me by my first name Frauke, or by my last name, Miss de Kiet, or Professor de Kiet, or Professor Frauke, Miss Frauke. A lot of students are calling me that way. And if you have a pen and paper and you have questions, that is my email account at Penn State. And as you know, we are also not in our offices. So if you leave a message on my phone, my office phone, it will take me, I'm not there all the time, so I might forget that. So by email, I have always an answer back to you. All right, so let me go to the next slide. A major IST's Information Sciences and Technology It is not IT, it is information sciences and technology. So we are going to give you some science background to IT. And then SRA stands for Security and Risk Analysis. And that is a nice thing to have on the side of your IST major. And I will explain to you a little bit later what it is about. So let me first go to IST. So the question to you is, where do you want to go? You can go almost into any field. IT itself, right? And it could be from programming to networking to anything. Would you like to go into IT consulting? So that means that you do not want to work with technology, but you can talk about technology. You can consult businesses about what technology they need. Healthcare, imagine healthcare. We have people getting older and older, and of course, eventually they go to a place where they can live with their own age group. And these people need to be taken care of. And of course, those healthcare facilities will have, you know, an IT network. And it doesn't need to be nursing homes or senior living. It could be hospitals also. Insurance companies, they are part of that healthcare also. So they need technology. Then we get business and finance. They all need technology. Education, maybe you want to teach or you want to work in the IT department in the school setting. Aerospace, they need a lot of programmers or networking people or telecommunications, as you can see here. Government really would like to have IT students coming in. Manufacturing, how many robotics are coming in nowadays? And entertainment, don't forget, I mean, if you would like to create games, of course, there's some technology involved. You can create the technology, the equipment, but you can also create the programs for that. So as you can see in my last bullet says, and you'll find that IST can help you in any of those places. So let me tell you a little bit about the curriculum. There's a whole bunch of bullets, as you can see here, but you will touch any of those bullets. You will deal with databases because every company deals with a database. Without a database, they cannot do anything with their customers and their products. Emerging technologies, you want to find out what is now so in fashion and what can you use nowadays. Enterprise resource modeling. Businesses would like to find out, how can I get better systems? And of course, you can see here foreign languages and cultures. Imagine you are in a global degree, so you can choose any foreign language you would like to use. Foreign cultures are important because you want to know a little bit about cultures in different countries, but also cultures within the United States. We have a whole mix of different cultures here. Human-computer interaction, what is that? That is, how do you create a user interface? What is the best user interface for all ages in life? So we're not talking about teenagers or your age group or maybe people in their 40s. No, we're talking also about kids, young kids or the elderly who are all dealing now with cell phones or tablets, iPad or computers even. Information policy and regulation. We are talking here about ethics, all right? That's very important. And maybe you want to go later on a little bit into law, who knows, and want to change some policies. How about information systems design? How to create a design that is good for a company and then let other programmers program the systems on your design. What about integration of IT? How many companies are still having old equipment, old computers, want to do business with companies with newer computers? Well, they need to find an integration for that. IT consulting, as I have mentioned, maybe you want to consult in programs that you want to let the business know that they should have it, or equipment, etc. You will get a little bit of mathematics, okay? Not as much as engineers. Then you get mobile technology. You will learn how to create apps that will interact with programs. Of course, you do some networking. By the end of the first year, you know how to create a network at home, and maybe you have done that so already. But you will learn how to create a network according to protocol with a Wi-Fi systems. Maybe have some boosters in the house that every part of the house can be networked. Organizations and information. That is very important because what do organizations do with their information? Do they sell it? Do they keep it? How can they keep it safe? How is it that it is secured? Then you get some programming. You get about a few programming languages, but no, you are not going into depth in that. You are not becoming a computer scientist, but you know a whole bunch of programming languages like C++, like Java, like XML, like PHP, all kinds of scripting, Java scripting, etc. And some of them you know already. And of course you get web programming also. I have 3 more to go. Project management. You will probably later on be a project manager, and your boss would say, you know, Johnny, here is a project that you need to manage from the beginning to the end. It has to be done in 8 months. This is your budget. Please go not over that budget, but it has to be done. And of course, you need to be very careful with how you manage that project. That is also a course that you will get. And know with all of these bullets that you can see here, you can make a nice salary with that. How about here, security? That is very important nowadays. I mean, think about the ransomware that nowadays goes on. How to secure, again, your data. Information data are very important. And then my last bullet, I actually just put that in, an internship, and I almost forgot that. Every IST student is required to do an internship. And you will not believe how many job offers you get after an internship because you are really well trained. You get all the confidence and you put all your skills into your new job. So you get a whole bunch of opportunities with that. So let me go a little bit about what positions do you get. Here are only just a few. Most of our students are going into software developing because they like to program. Some of them would like to do database developing. Some of them would like to do project management, but we have also business analysis consultants. So these people want to make sure that that the right software, the right systems are there for a business. Information systems engineer, what they do is actually monitoring how the software is actually installed, and it is well maintained after that. IT threat and vulnerability manager. So these are the people who are trying to find out what is actually going on. Do I see that something is risky? Is it maybe fishy here? So what you want to do is finding all the data and see what you can put together in a report so that you can give it to your decision makers of how to maybe prevent a hacking situation. Infrastructure and security manager. So you want to make sure that the system is built very well and secure, and you manage that. Some are technology analysts, all right? So they will analyze the technology that is available. And then in the last one here, it's not the last one because we have a whole bunch more students who are in other job settings. So here's a technology integration associate. And I mentioned to you what technology integration is about because that is very important. We are living here in Pennsylvania. It is an older system. So there's a whole bunch of companies that have old mainframes, and they are not going to get rid of those mainframes because they have cost them millions of dollars. So what they do is, you know, I would like to do business with you, and you have all very modern platforms, but we need people who can create the middleware, which is actually the software that is in between the old systems and the new systems so that they can talk to one another. I put in here the word associate because you do not need to work in a business setting. You can also work in a school because kids need to learn how to integrate other kinds of technology. So you can work in a school also. Now, I would like to mention the SRA Minor. The SRA Minor is only 18 credits, and I'm going to tell you how well it fits into your IST major. So if you are a person who would like to make the world a safer place, if you want to protect information from hackers, you're really into that. You want to evaluate and manage threats, okay, and find out how your security is vulnerable. You would love to investigate and you want to communicate with cyber in cyber attacks. You want to analyze information and you can write briefs about that so that you can be part of a whole organization that prevents from being hacked in. The SRA Minor is fantastic. It is, as I mentioned, only 18 credits. Let me see, it's actually 21 credits, which are 7 courses. Now you would think, oh my God, I need to do an extra 7 courses? No, that's not true, because 2 of those 7 are already in your IST major. The other 5 courses, it happens to be that the IST major has 5 electives, and you can push those 5 courses in there. So you actually do not even put an extra credit in there or an extra hour of studying. So this is all built in. So if you go further down here, you can see those 5 courses, what they are. You first, of course, get an intro to SRA, and then you're going to learn about the threat of terrorism and crime. You are going to get an overview of how information is secured. You do network security, so you get a little bit of hands-on, and then you're going to try to find the forensic. You're going to work with forensics, computer and cyber forensics. So you are going to read what is going on in my computer or in the computer of the person who committed a crime. So you are trying to find actually evidence, and that evidence that you collected will be used in court of law. So it is really an exciting part. And remember, it is only 7 courses, of which 2 are already in your IST major. It happens to be, actually, if I would go back, it would go here on the right-hand side. That is the networks. That's the 4th bullet on the right-hand side. And programming, the 4th bullet from the bottom on the right side. Those 2 are in the IST, but also in the SRA. So do the 5 courses that I've mentioned here, put that in the slots of 5 electives, and you get an IST major and an SRA minor. So you can imagine how powerful your degree is. So, and if you would like to do more additional courses, you want to do some hands-on, there are 2 classes that you can take online. It's called the Cyber Defense Studio, which is number 1, and the Studio 2, which is actually, let me see that, I'm sorry, I was trying to move my the pictures away from the video here, the Cybersecurity Analytics Studio. So those are 2 studios, meaning learning how to program and finding out errors in there from hackers. Okay, so but that is additional and that is also optional. So if I would go to the next slide, you are seeing here what jobs can I have with a degree in IST and a minor in SRA. You can be an intelligence analyst. So what you do here is you analyze information, you provide judgment and make recommendations to the decision makers. You can also work as a counterterrorism analyst, and that is actually finding out who is the leader of this terrorist attack, and what are their motivations, what are their plans and their intentions. So you are going to analyze that. You do computer forensics, what I have mentioned before, trying to find evidence so that it can go to a trial. And of course, there are several other growing careers. You see, and you can see that with IST and SRA, you can work for defense, also in businesses because they need security, emergency management, including government intelligence agencies like the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. So, I mean, there is an abundance of work with IST, and I definitely would recommend you to take SRA as a minor. It all fits into your IST major. Nothing extra has to be done. So job placement. 98% of our students have a job before they graduate. And it can be here locally and in large city or even out of state. And the other 2% are usually the ones who have found a job, an excellent job, but they don't want to travel out of state, or they don't want to go to another city. They want to stay around and want to find a similar job. So know also that your first job is never your dream job. So you need to build that up. All right. And the internship that was required, that I have mentioned to you before, gives many, many, many opportunities in jobs. So, and I bet your next question is, what is the salary? And I made you a slide for that. So locally, an average of 40,000. That doesn't mean that it stays. I have a lot of students having within 2-3 months a $5,000 increase. Within 2 years, and if you're ambitious, your salary will be between $50,000 and $70,000. And I'm talking here about locally, all right, here in Pennsylvania. But if you would go to larger cities, your starting average is between 72 and 75,000. And it will continuously increase. But I have to let you know, when you are living in a larger city, your cost of living is very high. So you need to find a balance. Would you like to go to a larger city and pay a lot for housing, for utilities? I mean, that's great. And of course, you will grow in salary there too. Or maybe you want to stay close to home. You feel comfortable here. You can live very, very spaciously and very great with a salary that comes, and I'm saying here within 2 years, $50,000, $70,000. That will probably go to 80, 90. I have a student who graduated 2 years ago, and he's making 6 figures with a bachelor's degree. And I had a student who didn't have her degree yet and was offered $129,000. I mean, the IST degree is very, very lucrative, actually. But I want to also emphasize that don't go into IST just for the salary. You need to love it. You need to like what you're doing, because if you do not like your job, you will make a lot of money, but you don't like your job, it will be like a prison going to your job. All right, so you need to really love it. You will always work in teams, so your IST major will prepare you to work in teams. All your homework and all your projects will be done in teams, and you will present in teams so that you're ready for your job. So I hope that this will give you some information about the IST degree. And I have here a link for you that if you want to find out more about IST and SRA, go to ist.psu.edu. So I think this will be a very exciting time for you to come to college. And college is the most fun time in your life, so you need to enjoy it. Unfortunately, we don't know how we have to do it in the very, very near future, but we hope we can see you in class in the fall. All right, Brian, I'm going to give it back to you, and maybe there are questions, I don't know.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. At this time, is there any questions out there that we can answer for you while we have Frauke here? I don't think we've gotten any questions yet in the chat room.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop sharing. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
There you go.
All right. Doesn't seem like we have any questions at all. If anyone thinks of anything, please definitely reach out to myself, Leslie, or Frauke. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Again, thank you all for coming, and we hope to speak with you all very soon.
All right.
Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.